Hello there, I'm going to show you briefly how to make these fun little Halloween ghosties from clear borosilicate glass with a little touch of colour in them. Nice, fun and silly little thing for Halloween. Right, so first job first, I'm going to take a rod of borosilicate glass, which for everyone else probably know it as Pyrex, which is one of the trade names for it. Right, so first job first is to make this the loop at the end, because that's the tricky bit really, that's the bit that's likely to go wrong. So I'm just going to get this nice and hot, so get a nice ball at the end of that. You can use any size, 8mm works very well for this, 10mm is probably a bit too big I'd say. Right, so just grab hold of that and then let that cool down a little bit, and then it's the tricky bit, sort of make sort of a loop in 3 dimensions, turn it over itself and not actually let it close. You see that? So in 3 dimensions you've got the loop, and then it's just a simple case of gently letting that push down like yourself. See, if I close that straight up, I would have had trouble getting the puntee off. So that's actually gone quite well, that one. They don't always go that way. Yeah, so that'll do nicely. Right, so the next job is to put the ghostie's face on. So first job, I'm going to take a bit of white. Now, put this high up in the flame, because white borosilicate boils very easily. It's a little cooler up here, so just a dot of white. And there we are. Not quite even, but that doesn't really matter. I actually think it's more fun having them different levels and different sizes, because it gives it more that boss-eyed look, as you'd expect from a ghost. So I'm just going to add a little dot of black there. You can use any colours on this. I sometimes put the pupils sort of slightly off centre to one another. A bit more black. See, it sticks out to start with. You can see that, but as soon as it melts in, it'll make a nice little ball on top of there. Sometimes I actually put on some clear on top of that to make a bit more eyeball sort of glassy look. It also helps protect the white from boiling. But I don't think I'm going to bother with this one. I'll just melt that in lightly. Right, now taking the black again, not too far up, otherwise that'll be his nose. I'm just going to, using push technique, just push on a bit of black. There we go. For his mouth, in that classic ooh look that you get from a ghost. So if you tell me, not that I've ever seen one. Right, so just get that nice and warm. Let's just tighten up the flame a little bit there. I'm using one of these spear tools. It's a lovely tool, really nice. Highly recommend this one. And I'll just get that, try to get that central. Easier said than done, never go quite goes. And I'll just go up a bit. Just push that in. There we are. Oops. Well, that's all of the discoloration. There's actually some dirt coming off the bronze, but it turns out it won't really show. You can get away with that. Especially for such a silly item as this. Right, so next job, I just heat up. Actually, I will just pick that off. Well, I'll do that afterwards. Right, now I'm going to attach a cold steel puntee. Heat up that glass there and put it to the cold side there. Well, slightly warm side. These always break off though, always ends up breaking off, because you're going to now start putting quite a bit of pressure on there. So just heat up underneath there, and this is the part where you actually start pulling this direction while keeping that warm, just to sort of slowly feed out. But as you do, give it a little bit of a twist, let that cool down. Camera leads in the way, and then just said that happened, didn't I? do sometimes actually form the loop afterwards and make quite a solid seal beforehand, but trying to show off, and it's just not paid off, has it? That's very quickly reattached, and then so get a little bit warmer, and there we are. Now let it cool, a little twist. We'll just have fun with this now. I haven't really bent that one particularly much, but never mind, they're all different. Right, it's gone a bit thin there now. Now, what it tends to do, you don't want it like that because that's going to stick in and break very easily. So just naturally hold that down, and see how that's making a really nice ball, which is brilliant because that means it's less likely, at least, to catch on anyone's clothing when they're wearing it. So there we are. That is pretty much it. Okay, went a bit grubby on one side, but I'm not going to worry about that though. This one. And find a pair of tweezers, and then just grab that and just snap that off. So nice when that comes off easily. And just give that a little bit of flame polish there, and there, job done. All ready for Halloween. Ooh.